It's time to reevaluate how we've spent our money and take small steps in order to save money for the new year. Hi everybody, my name is Sarah. Thank you so much for watching. I'm the owner of FrozenPennies.com and a certified financial coach. We are also debt-free as a family, including our house. Today, let's talk a little bit about all of those tiny frugal living tips that we can do in 2023 to just save a little bit more money. We all know prices of everything are on the rise, so any little thing that we can possibly do to save a little bit of money is going to help. Today, I want to share with you 23 tiny frugal living tips to save money in 2023. Number 1, keep track of your money. Overcharges are a thing on your bank account. If you have overdraft protection, which could be anywhere between a couple $100 and $1,000 on your checking account, that's great. That means that your card isn't going to be declined and checks aren't going to bounce. However, in our credit union, they still charge you at least $25. It's now up to $28 every time that overdraft comes into play. So even though you weren't denied at the grocery store on your debit card, you still get that fee attached to that. And if this happens time after time, I mean, $25 is one thing, but 4 times is $100. That's a lot of money. Make sure you're keeping track of your checking account and your debit deductions so you know that you're not being charged extra money. Number 2, turn off the lights. As a mom, I feel like I say this a lot, and it's actually more as a wife too. Every little bit matters. So if you're turning off the lights and leaving the lights off until you absolutely positively need them, then you are going to save money. Number 3, vow not to pay full price for anything. This could be anywhere from clothes to groceries to anything for the home, for your kids. Always look for the sale. Even better if you need something that you can find on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, or thrift stores that will fit the purpose, then do that first. It's always better to buy used for the environment and for your bank account than it is to buy brand new on sale. Number 4, stop using paper towels and paper napkins. Stick with cloth napkins and rags for paper towels. Even though it seems like $1.50 for a roll of paper towels isn't so bad, those add up. If you're going through 2 rolls a week of paper towels, that's $3 a week. That's $12 a month. Times 12 months, that's $144 a year just on paper towels that you could be saving. Number 5 is a tip from my Uncle Tony that we were talking about while we were visiting at Christmas time. Every time he finishes a bottle of bleach, he doesn't rinse it, he fills it with water. The small amount of chlorine in that bleach bottle will keep water from growing any type of bacteria. Now, we've all seen the weather going around the country. It's ridiculously crazy. Blizzards, ice, crazy, ridiculously low temperatures in places that should never be that low all lead to lack of electricity. Water is sometimes affected by lack of electricity. So if you have the bleach bottles filled with water, you can use that water for dishes, for flushing the toilet, even hand washing. That water will come in handy. I wouldn't recommend drinking it, but you can use it for all the other things. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. If you're having so much fun, hit that bell for notifications so YouTube can let you know when I release a new video. Number 6, meal plan. This saves so much money. I am a huge advocate of meal planning. I know, I think I talk about it in every single video that I have. But it makes sense. It makes sense to know what you're going to eat, to know that you have those things in your home so you don't have to run out and buy them at the grocery store on the way home from work, or worst case scenario, go out to eat. If you are looking for a meal planning toolkit, I have a free one that I'll leave in the link in the description below. Number 7, I actually got from The Broken Wallet, which is another YouTube channel that I follow. Set a timer when you go shopping. This one to me is fantastic. So if I'm going to Target, I'm going to set a timer so I know how long I have in there. This way I can get the things that I need first, and then if I have a few minutes to browse, I can. But once the timer goes off, I'm all done. It's time to go. This allows me to not spontaneously throw things in my cart that I really just don't need. Number 8, when online shopping, throw things in your cart, but don't buy. Give it a good 24 to 48 hours to really think about whether or not you need those things. Go back and decide whether you want them, need them, have to have them, or you can just delete them and move on. Number 9, look at your bank account every single day. Double check, go through to make sure that you are not overspending, that you are not being charged for things that you're not using, that somebody hasn't hacked your account. Confirm that the things that you're spending money on are the things that you actually want, need, or are using. It's nice to be able to track your spending and remain on top of the money that's coming in and going out. Number 10, use cash for the things that you tend to overspend on the most. A couple of these categories might be groceries and food and beauty. Many women love to be beautiful, so they tend to spend too much money. Some examples could be getting your hair done, nails done, eyebrows waxed, shopping for beauty products, as well as clothes. Let's face it, clothes, shoes, purses, jewelry, all of those things. If you have a specific cash envelope to spend freely on, it will help control your spending. Once the money in that envelope is gone, then it's gone. You have to wait for the next month to refill that envelope. This will also help with some impulse shopping because you have to actually really think hard on whether or not you want or need that new mascara, or whether or not you have a nail appointment that you'd rather spend that money on. Number 11, take a tour of your home and your closets, garages, and cellars once a month to find things that you can sell. Stick them on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, Poshmark to sell the things that you are not using. Number 12, if you're going to shop online or in store, use browser extensions like Rakuten or Coupon Cabin. Those extensions will help you save money if you're going to be shopping online anyway. Number 13, shop the flyers for groceries. Consider using the loss leaders and the things that are on sale each week at your grocery store as the basis of your meal planning. This will substantially lower your grocery budget. Number 14, consider having money meetings with your family. We don't want to add stress to our children's lives or put the weight of our finances on their shoulders. However, everybody should know where you stand and what your goals are for your finances. If you're planning a vacation for your family in the summer and you're trying to save money for that, use that as incentive to explain to your kids that this is the reason why we're trying to save money. The prices of things are going up, so our money isn't going as far as it used to. Educate your children and communicate with your partner on how the finances are actually going. Number 15, set financial goals. Regardless of how big or how small they are, set them. Write them down, make them SMART goals. Understand that without criteria for those goals, you are less likely to actually meet the end goal. Number 16, try a no-spend challenge. These are quite fun, actually. Decide on how long you want to go without spending money, and then decide on how strict you want to be. You can make it easy. Maybe for just this month, we're not going to buy any food outside of our groceries, and we're going to eat at home every single night. It could be a little bit harder. We're going to eat at home every single night and we're not going to spend any money on entertainment. Or you can go what I like to call beast mode, which means you're not going to spend a single penny on anything that's not a bill or a contracted commitment. Then you can decide how long you want to do it. A week, 2 weeks, a weekend, a month, a year. Number 17, reduce grocery trips. If you try to reduce your grocery trips, you will save money. During the pandemic and during the good weather, I was actually grocery shopping only once a month. I would make a plan and a grocery list to only shop once a month. Now I found that it was exhausting. I'm not gonna lie to you, it was exhausting. It was a very long day for me, a lot of travel, a lot of in and out of stores, and a lot of hauling. I decided to try the once a week method of just shopping the flyers. But the point is, the less time you spend in a store, the less money you're going to spend. Number 18, negotiate prices. At least once to twice a year, make some phone calls and see if you can get things a little bit cheaper. This goes for cell phones, cable and internet, and insurances. There's always an opportunity to reduce your payments at least a little bit. Number 19, buy the things that you use most in bulk. Make sure you're checking the prices on these and doing the math to know whether or not those things that you are buying in bulk are actually cost effective. Sometimes you can get things less expensive not in bulk at a regular grocery store. For example, I don't buy pasta at BJ's because I know that I can buy the generic pasta from Walmart or Aldi at a much lesser price than what they're selling for their bulk pasta. Also, my Uncle Tony said, make sure you know your best prices. If you know that the soap that you use is $1.75 a bar, and you happen to find it someplace for $1.25 a bar, then you're going to grab 4 or 5 of them because you know you're going to end up using it, and soap doesn't go bad. So make sure you know your best prices on bulk and on regular items. Number 20, lower your thermostat. Even if it's just 2 or 3 degrees from where you normally keep it. Most people will not recognize and be uncomfortable within 2 to 3 degrees of where they're most comfortable. Really, if you're at 70 degrees and you lower it to 68, you might feel a little chilled, but throwing on a sweater isn't going to matter much. And those few degrees will make a huge difference in the amount of money that you're spending. 21, reevaluate your paid entertainment. We spend, as Americans, a lot of money on entertainment. Yes, we may cut cable, but we end up with 23 paid apps. It doesn't really even out, and you can't watch 23 paid apps at the same time. Reevaluate what you're using, even if that means that 1 of you or 2 or 10 of your paid apps you put on pause and only have 3 paid apps at a time, then constantly switch them out. Also considering other things that you find entertaining. Consider finding free things to do. Make sure the entertainment that you're paying for is actually getting used, and make sure that you're not overspending on entertainment. Number 22, make your lunch. Whether you go to work every day or you're at home, make your lunch. Use the leftovers, cook extra food so you have food. Don't spend money going out to lunch. It can get very expensive very fast. And if you look at what you're doing and track your spending, like we talked about earlier, you'll know that the amount of money that you spend if you go out every day can be a budget buster. Even if you're eating something simple at lunch at home, it's just cheaper to make it. Number 23, automate your bills for added savings. I get a discount on a couple of different bills because I have them automatically deducted from my account. This solves 2 things. First, it's never late. Those bills are never late. Nothing ever slips through the cracks accidentally and gets a late fee attached to it. And number two, they tend to give discounts. For example, Verizon actually gives me a $10 a month discount because I have it automatically deducted from my checking account. All of these things, these 23 tiny frugal living tips for 2023, add up to substantial savings. You might find things a little bit easier to manage if you're saving money. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.